everybody? Happy Friday and welcome to On the Needle. So, thank you for joining me for another edition this week. And today we're talking about an artist who I've definitely grown to love even more over the years, and that is Kehlani. So, of course, she is burning up TikTok with this viral dance she has for her song After Hours that's coming up from her forthcoming album Crash. So I decided to do a little bit of a flashback today and revisit a vinyl that I have of hers. It's actually the only one of her vinyls I have. And this one is It Was Good Until It Wasn't. Okay, so first of all, let's get into this cover art and the fact that this album was so cool, and I think it really solidified her passion for her artistry because she took these photos herself. This was at the height of the pandemic in 2020 is when this album came out. So we were kind of like just fresh into a year of it, and it was pretty crazy back then. And of course, COVID is still out there. So this is the cover. And you know how you see somebody and it's like, oh, okay, she's cute. That's kind of what I kind of thought before this. And when I saw this cover, I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know Kehlani had it like that. But so she's looking over this brick wall and standing on this chair. And then the back of it, it's like she has this worried look, and all these things are kind of just blowing up and going wrong behind her. So again, very cool. Got to give it up to her for this artistry. She did the music videos for the songs herself because you couldn't really do a traditional music video. Fast forward to 2024, her After Hours video is insane. It actually looks like something to me that would have fit very well in the 90s, like late 90s, early 2000s, when people were spending like really big budgets on videos. You can tell that she had some very slick and well thought out production for that video. But the videos from this album I thought were very good too. So when we take a look here, the words aren't there, but she does have the credits for the album. A few features here, I wouldn't say a ton, but she does have some pretty big names. So Tory Lanez is on the song Can I? The song opens up with Toxic, which is one of my favorites to stand out from the album and was, if I'm not mistaken, the first single of the album. Janae Aiko is on it. Masego, let's talk about that one. Hate the Club. That is my favorite song on this album, and actually I'd say it's top 3 Kehlani songs, period, for me. I was really disappointed that she didn't release this one as a single. I've talked to several people about this, and I feel like Hate the Club is almost like a unanimous fan favorite of this album. So y'all let me know if you've heard it, if you agree or not. So that one rounds out side A of the album, and then on side B we have Lucky Day, another one of my favorites, Can You Blame Me? And then James Blake, who's featured on the song Grieving. So another thing that I like about this album, there's like 15 tracks, but when you take away the skits and the interludes, it's more like 10 or 11, which is cool with me. I love interludes. I think it was something that was very popular in the 90s. You don't see it as much now. And if you do see it, people, I feel like they don't really put as much thought into interludes as they did before. But Kehlani, I feel like she nailed it. Sticking with the concept of the album, the interludes I felt like were all tastefully done, very well placed. And when you look at the songwriting credits, of course, she's all over this. She did, I think she wrote every song on here, if I'm not mistaken, or had a hand in writing most of these songs. And then when it comes to production, it's kind of a mixed bag here. See, she has Jahan Street, Pop Wanto, Boy Wonder, The Rascals. So it's a pretty, I'd say, eclectic mix of producers here. Yeah, it's a dope album. I really love it. I think this is one of her best albums. Actually, really trying to think. This might be my favorite album of hers. I like her earlier mixtapes too, and I like the other album. Is it Crazy Sexy Savage? I think is the name of it. That one's good too. That one's probably my second favorite. But this one, I feel like she just really came into her own. And again, knowing all of those little background details, like her shooting music videos herself and doing the photography and cover artwork for the album herself, is so cool. Again, it just made me have that much more respect for her. So, what are your thoughts on Kehlani's album? It was good until it wasn't. What are some of your favorite tracks on here? What are some of your favorite Kehlani songs, period? And are you anticipating her new album, Crash, which is set to release in June? So I know I'm looking forward to it. She said this one is going to have more of a fun party vibe, a little different departure from her previous album, Blue Water Road. So it'll be nice to hear that shift in her music and the new evolution. So make sure you check that out, and don't forget to rate, comment, or like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And also this week coming up, this Thursday, is the season 5 premiere of the Water Bear podcast. I'm sporting it here on my hat. So make sure y'all tune into it. It is going to be lit. You do not want to miss it. I have 3 of the zodiac signs featured on this show, and it's going to be all of the water signs. So that's Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So if you're one of those 3, if you know any of those 3, or if you love or hate any of those 3, you're going to want to tune in, because we're going to cover a lot on the show, specifically those signs and how they maneuver in terms of persuasion and manipulation. So it's going to be good. Check it out on my sister channel, the Water Bear podcast, at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on June 6th. And until next week, peace.